Another championship coming down to the wire this weekend is the Swift Sport Rallycross Championship here at Croft on a drier circuit than the drivers had to contend with yesterday. Tom Constantine is the reigning junior champion and he tops qualifying here at Croft. So the grid is formed, ready for the final race of the season. Tom Constantine, Max Weatherly, who lost out in the championship dream yesterday, Dom Flitney on the front row, Will Leighton and Nikita Abramov on row 2, Ed Stallard, Joe Booth, Don McLeod the back row. We came here with 4 drivers in contention. Max Weatherly spun, caused a red flag yesterday. We go racing now. Weatherly might win the race, but he can't win the championship because he lost the points yesterday. So up through the gears they run, down towards Clairvaux for the first time on the inside line. Look, is Tom Constantine and he will lead. Will Leighton right there behind him as they dive through Clairvaux. Contact, that was Leighton getting lent on. Dom Flitney goes to the inside line as they turn into Hawthorne, and has Leighton got a problem? He's forced out wide. It's really dusty there now. It was slippery because of the rain and the mud yesterday. Now it's the dust catching them out on the outside line. Flitney up to second then. Leighton is third. Weatherly is fourth, but the race leader, Tom Constantine, is away and gone already. Drama there as Leighton gets a tap, gets sideways, and Flitney goes around. More contact as he bounces into the path of Leighton. Max Weatherly is off the road as well, so there's mayhem coming down to the hairpin. Weatherly, I fear, is going to be stuck there because that very boggy earth on the outside is really difficult to drive out of. Dom Flitney gets away, or does he? Over the line in the meantime goes what's left of Will Leighton's car, normally ultra smart but looking very dog-eared. But now we've got a real problem at the hairpin. This could be a red flag actually, because those 2 cars do not look as though they're going to move. Weatherly beached in the mud, and now on the track is the car of Dom Flitney. And if that is going to be a red flag, that's Flitney out of the championship because he won't be allowed to take the restart because he's not running at the time of that red flag. So onto the loose come the survivors, and yes, the red flag is shown. The race is being stopped. So those that are not running at the time of the red flag are not going to take the restart. Lights go green, race underway, the restart of the final here at Croft. Max Weatherly has been allowed to take the restart, but there is no Dom Flitney from the outside of the front row. Down towards Clairvaux they go, and it's Tom Constantine then who takes the race lead. And again, up into second place now is Will Leighton, another demon getaway. Now the opposition has rather been dropping here as far as Tom Constantine is concerned, so he leads the race. And another race win, irrespective of what goes on around him, will secure the crown, as that's Will Leighton going way, way wide, coming out of the chicane. Back onto the road, but losing places as a result. Race leaders bounce their way across the loose. So Max Weatherly given another bite at the cherry here. It was deemed that it wasn't his fault that he was stuck in the mud, so he's been allowed to get going again. He comes through the hairpin, whereas Dom Flitney did rejoin and then stopped on the track. There is Leighton down to the hairpin. He's at the back of the field now, so it's Don McLeod ahead of him, but there goes Tom Constantine. He is on target to be champion, seemingly. Goes now through Clairvaux corner. Second through is Max Weatherly, but Tom Constantine, the reigning junior, is about to become senior champ as well, as the 2 black cars there of Nikita Abramov and Ed Stallard run absolutely together for 3rd place. Joe Booth is 5th behind them. Onto the loose they come once more. Abramov, remember, had that rather spectacular demise at Lyddon at the start of the season with that rather hefty roll. But the ex-rally man has adapted nicely to rallycross. There is Ed Stallard though, because he is a relative rookie and he's getting quicker and quicker and makes a move on the outside. That's brave. A lot of speed carried, then you've got to slow the car down. Does he go all the way around the outside? He tries, little bit of a rub, and he gets forced out wide. Stallard briefly ahead, but not for long. That brings Joe Booth back into the equation as well as they come now across the loose section. So there, Tom Constantine, dominant up front. Doesn't have to worry now about anybody else, just drives his own lines, drives his own race, and the points will come and the title will come. Will Leighton's very second-hand looking car is closing up onto the pack after his wild ride on the opening lap of the restart, so he could gain places before the very end. There, down to the hairpin once more comes the hard charging Tom Constantine. Max Weatherly in the meantime is doing his best to try to take another race win, but even though he's a little bit closer, it's going to be a real tall order for him to get ahead of Constantine. Through they turn, back towards tarmac. The laps tick on down as the two Peter Gwynn Motorsport run cars of Stallard and Abramov go through as one. That's the lead gap, look. Tom Constantine, winner at Lyddon, and winner yesterday here at Croft, going for a third victory of the season and going for the championship to boot. Through the chicane goes this battle between Abramov and Stallard. Abramov staying ahead, despite the fact that Stallard looks the quicker. He's certainly very committed indeed to finding a way through, isn't he? Tries again on the outside line here. Side by side, down towards the hairpin, but Abramov on the inside line stands his ground, elbows out, wriggles his way back ahead. Understeers out wide, door opens, Stallard goes through, does he? There's another knock between the two of them, and Stallard does go by. Little bit robust, but it's worked for him. Race leaders now come out of Clairvaux and up front still. Looking good. Tom Constantine, Max Weatherly doing his level best there to bring down that gap, to challenge for the race lead, but he's just not getting close enough, is he? Over the loose section they come once again. Tom Constantine looking like he's got it all under control, as there is Joe Booth coming under renewed attack. He's got them all stacked up behind him now. Don McLeod has lost out to Will Layton, but the race leaders are together. Weatherly right there on the back as they come down to the hairpin. Can he find a way through? Laps tick on down. It's going to be one to run at the end of this. Here they come, up towards the timing line. Tom Constantine goes through. He's a lap away from the title. Down towards Clairvaux, turns right. Max Weatherly, who again, since he first arrived in the championship, has got better and better and better. He looks for the inside line. Is he going to be able to surge through on the inside towards the chicane? Constantine checks his mirror, looks to see where his rival is. They lean on each other going into the chicane, but Constantine hangs on. Tom Constantine still leads the way. There is Will Layton also trying to fight back. Every place is more points for him as far as his title aspirations are concerned. But Tom Constantine now comes down towards the hairpin, just cuts across in time to claim the line, to defend as he accelerates now up towards the checkered flag. It is going to be a race win then for Tom Constantine, 2 titles in 2 years. Tom Constantine wins the Swift Sport Rallycross final and the championship ahead of Max Weatherly. A really good drive, and that's 2 from 2 this weekend. Luke Constantine has already won the junior championship here at Croft, so it's a good weekend for the brothers. Let's do the race result first of all. Tom Constantine the winner from Max Weatherly. Ed Stallard up to 3rd ahead of Joe Booth. Nikita Abramov 5th from Will Layton. Don McLeod and Don Flitney the non-starter for the restart. Tom Constantine takes the championship. It's Don Flitney 2nd, Will Layton 3rd. Max Weatherly down to 4th, ultimately ahead of Nikita Abramov, and Ed Stallard 6th.